It was former stalwart of the People's Progressive Party Civic, Ralph Ramkaran, who in a recent post on his Conversation Tree blog named two leading members of the party, whom he says had pledged their support for his presidential candidacy, since it had been widely predicted within the party that former President Donald Ramotar did not possess certain vote-garnering material. According to Ramkaran, it was Berbice leaders, former Region 6 Chairman Zulfikar Mustafa and then advisor Faisal Jafar Ali, who told him that Ramotar was an electoral liability for the 2011 general elections. At a media conference yesterday, Zulfikar Mustafa came out in his own defense.
In that article, Mr. Ramkaran wrote about a meeting which he had with Mr. Faisal Jafar Ali and I during the year 2010 in New Amsterdam. I wish to confirm that myself and another friend, Mr. Zamal Hussein, went to NCN office, New Amsterdam, and not State House, as Mr. Ramkaran claims, and I saw him there. There was no formal meeting as stated in Mr. Ramkaran's article.
Ramkaran in his post said that the two PPP officials were optimistic that with him at the helm, it would have been much easier for them to rally the votes of the people living in the party's heartland of Berbice. The former speaker said the men were even willing to vote for him by way of secret ballot. But before this could be done, Ramkaran explained that Ramotar was already chosen by his predecessor, Jagdeo, who, according to Ramkaran, imposed his choice on other party members. Meanwhile, in his response, Zulfikar Mustafa gave some clarification. But as you will hear, he did not exactly deny his support for Ramkaran as the party's 2011 presidential candidate.
We were chatting, and upon his request for support, I told him I will see when the time comes if I will offer my support for his nomination as presidential candidate for the PPPC at the 2011 national elections. There was no discussion relating to whether voting would be by secret ballot or not.
Citing to some extent unbearable dictatorship, Ramkaran parted ways with the PPP in 2012. After decades of majority rule, 2011 saw the PPP being reduced to a minority government under the Ramotar administration, which was also pushed against the wall by a no-confidence motion, which then led to the prorogation of Parliament and eventually the party's historic defeat in 2015. Despite these facts, Mustafa believes that the article was penned by Ramkaran only so that he could remain relevant.
Donald Ramotar's name did not feature in our discussion at all. I therefore deny the statement attributed to me by Mr. Ramkaran's article. And I think that this article is mischievous. This article is intended to create fiction.
That aside, Ramkaran is questioning why capable party members like Irfan Ali, Priya Manikchand and Frank Anthony are being somewhat sidelined. But then again, Manikchand had told this newscast some time ago that she is not a card-bearing member of the PPP.